In the year 1837, the streets of London were characterized by cramped and overcrowded conditions. Disease and sickness were rampant, and both humans and vermin struggled for space to exist. The sky was obscured by thick layers of smog, making the air difficult to breathe. Everywhere, new factories were being built, equipped with new machinery that aimed to propel society forward into the new Victorian era. This era promised to improve the lives of everyone, regardless of social standing, but such a transformation came at a cost. Surviving in this era meant enduring long working hours, hazardous work environments, and polluted air. However, there were also tales of another danger lurking in the shadows. Those unfortunate enough to have encountered him described a man with extraordinary abilities. He was said to leap across buildings and scale walls effortlessly. This mysterious figure was described as a monstrous being with metal claws, glowing red eyes, and the ability to breathe fire. Some referred to him as the devil, but even the devil has a name, and in this case, that name was Spring-Heeled Jack. The Industrial Revolution marked a monumental shift in British and global history. Manual labor was replaced by machines as the mechanized factory system, powered by water and steam, propelled Britain to become the leading commercial nation of the 18th century. This revolution, however, transformed the entire landscape of the country. The population grew exponentially, and the construction of railroads and steam-powered locomotives connected cities like never before. People from all over the country flocked to the industrialized cities in search of a better life, resulting in the emergence of new communities with diverse beliefs, experiences, and superstitions. Amidst this backdrop, stories, traditions, and folklore began to flourish. One of the most well-known tales from the Victorian era was that of Spring-Heeled Jack, the Terror of London. The exact time of his first appearance is debated, but unofficially, the first alleged encounter occurred in October 1837. A servant girl named Mary Stevens was the source of this account. Mary was walking through Clapham Common, a park in South London, when a shadowy figure emerged from a dark alley and grabbed hold of her. He tore her clothing with his metal claws and touched her exposed flesh. Mary described his touch as cold and clammy, akin to that of a corpse. The attacker began to kiss her face, prompting her to scream for help. The figure fled the scene, leaving Mary's claims unsupported. The following day, a similar figure was reported near Mary Stevens' home, causing an oncoming carriage to crash and injuring the driver. Witnesses claimed to have seen the man escape by effortlessly jumping over a 9-foot wall. Less than 4 months later, in January 1838, the Lord Mayor of London acknowledged a complaint letter about this troublemaker. The letter, from a resident of Peckham, warned of a man visiting villages near London, disguised in various costumes, and preying on women when no men were present. The mayor remained skeptical, but the meeting confirmed that servant girls from different areas had shared similar stories. The name Spring-Heeled Jack quickly became associated with the attacker who would leap in front of carriages and assault women. He became an urban legend, a boogeyman who could strike at any moment. In an era where literacy rates were low, oral storytelling played a significant role in spreading the tales of Spring-Heeled Jack. The simplicity of his story, with few backstories and unknown motivations, only intensified the terror. Children were warned not to misbehave, lest Jack leap through their windows and snatch them away. Spring-Heeled Jack made numerous appearances in the Penny Dreadful, a publication featuring weekly short stories of horror and the supernatural. These stories were affordable and easily mass-produced, contributing to the popular culture and captivating the imaginations of the youth. Within 3 weeks of the Mayor of London acknowledging these stories, 2 highly publicized encounters with Spring-Heeled Jack took place. The Otto case and the Scales case, both occurring in February, gained significant attention. In the Otto case, Jane, who answered the door of her father's house, was confronted by a man disguised as a police officer. He instructed her to bring a light and follow him, claiming they were in pursuit of Spring-Heeled Jack nearby. Jane complied and followed him outside, holding a candle. However, when she handed him the light, he discarded his cloak, revealing a hideous and frightful appearance. His eyes resembled balls of fire, and he vomited white and blue flames from his mouth. Wearing a tight-fitting, waterproof garment and a large helmet, the man grabbed Jane and tore her gown with his metallic claws. After a struggle, Jane managed to break free and ran back to her house for help. In the Scales case, Lucy Scales and her sister were walking home one evening when they encountered a man dressed in a cloak in a dark alley. As they passed by, the man opened his mouth and unleashed a violent burst of blue flames at Lucy's face, causing her to lose her sight and collapse. She later experienced violent fits as a result of the attack. Despite the police's investigation and rounds of questioning, the man responsible was never apprehended. Spring Heel Jack's terrifying presence continued to captivate the public's imagination. Countless newspapers reported on his appearances and solidified his status as a legendary figure. His image and story became ingrained in Victorian culture, representing the original Victorian jump scare. The simplicity of his tale, coupled with the fear of encountering a monster lurking in the shadows, added to his allure. His motives remained a mystery, adding to the chilling uncertainty. Spring Heel Jack's notoriety extended beyond written stories. He became a subject of cautionary tales, warning children to behave lest they fall victim to his supernatural abilities. His image adorned penny dreadful publications, ensuring his presence was etched into the minds of the readers. The popularity of Spring Heel Jack endured due to the perfect combination of oral storytelling, printed media, and the human fascination with fear. As time went on, Spring Heel Jack's legend continued to evolve, with more stories and variations of his encounters emerging. However, his true identity and the extent of his existence remained shrouded in mystery. The reign of Spring Heel Jack as the terror of London during the Victorian era left an indelible mark on folklore and popular culture, representing the dark and unsettling undercurrents of an era defined by progress and industrialization.